Today we're talking about the logo that makes people angry, and yet somehow it works brilliantly. Yes, I'm talking about Airbnb, the Bello, that weird little blob that looks like, well, honestly, a butt, a drop of water, a heart. I've seen it compared to everything but a logo. But here's the thing. Designers automatically hating that logo, it doesn't make them right. And Airbnb's logo, it proves that a logo could be hated, mocked, and memed and still absolutely crush it in the real world. So today we're going to unpack why this logo works, why designers freak out about it, and what it teaches us about branding in the real world. So strap in. So let's rewind a bit. Airbnb wasn't always the household name that it is today. Back in 2008, it was just a scrappy little website called Airbed and Breakfast. Literally air mattresses inside people's apartments. And the first logo, literally a bed icon with the word airbed. Cute, functional, but very forgettable. Fast forward a couple years and the company explodes globally. And suddenly they aren't just renting couches in Brooklyn. They are selling things like experiences, belonging, travel, connection, all that good stuff. And that's the problem with the old branding. It was too literal, too narrow. They needed a logo that could grow and scale with them, work internationally, and scale in a global context. And at the time, they really didn't know it yet. And then enter 2014, the Bello. The Bello is short for belonging. It was revealed, and oh boy, the internet had an absolute field day with this logo. Some designers said it was ugly. Others said it looks like a butt. Memes exploded, and honestly, at the time, it was complete chaos. But Airbnb didn't care, and you might ask why. But it's because they were designing for people. They weren't designing for designers. They were designing for humans that wanted to feel like they belong anywhere in the world. And that, my friends, that's why this logo is actually secretly genius. Let's break it down. First of all, memorability and distinctiveness. The Bello isn't trying to be like every other cookie-cutter travel logo. It doesn't look like a hotel key or a suitcase or even a house. Thank goodness for that. It is a symbol that we all remember at first glance. And second, scalability. App icons, check. Billboards, check. Tiny pins on employee badges? It's fine. This logo works in every context, in every size. And designers love to complain about abstract logos being unclear. But that is exactly why it's so powerful, because it adapts. And third, emotional resonance. The whole brand is about belonging. It is about human connection. It's about sharing homes, experiences, lives. And the Bello, it symbolizes that in a simple, abstract form. People, places, love, all rolled up into one tiny squishy blob. And finally, my favorite, strategy over aesthetics. Airbnb didn't care if their logo looked pretty or it followed your precious grids. They cared if it functioned, if it scaled, if it evoked emotion, no matter what it was. And guess what? It does. Okay, let's get nerdy for a minute and think about the logo in a different context. On an app, tiny, on your phone, it is still instantly recognizable. On a huge billboard, absolutely no problem. Let's say it's on a cup at a coffee shop. It still works. And let's contrast that with, let's say, hotel chain logo. Maybe one that tries to be ornate and fancy. It might look beautiful on a website, but if you scale it down, then it would be absolutely illegible. Or let's say that you're trying to make it huge on a building. Then suddenly it looks more dated. Airbnb, they avoided all of that. And also, the memes and the hate online, funny, but kind of irrelevant. Us as designers, we have a habit of roasting absolutely anything that doesn't match our taste. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from someone who's seen it happen over and over and over again. And all I'm trying to say here is taste does not equal effectiveness. Crocs, Duolingo, even Instagram's old gradient. Hated by designers, but absolutely iconic. And Airbnb fits into that category perfectly. Now let's be real. Designers, why are we obsessed with symmetry and grids? Why do we live so much for perfect typography? I see it all the time. Oh, it's not balanced. The kerning is off. Why is this so abstract? Meanwhile, Airbnb's logo is absolutely making people feel something and dominating the industry. It's dominating the global market. So all I'm trying to say is newsflash. Your opinion does not equal functionality at all. Sometimes we as designers need to put strategy before our own emotions and above what looks aesthetically perfect. Yes, there, I said it. Strategy beats aesthetics, and Airbnb proves it. You could be ugly, you could be weird, you could be abstract, and still absolutely crush it if you understand your audience. Compare Airbnb to a bunch of other travel logos. Hotels, airlines, even rival booking platforms. Most are boring, safe, uninspired. The Bélo, memorable, adaptable, and bold. Weird? It sticks. People remember it. And is that not the whole point of branding? Not to look perfect, but to be absolutely unforgettable? Think about it. I'm pretty sure all of us could draw it from memory, even roughly, and that's so rare for a logo. And that right there is a design that doesn't need your approval to work. It just needs to communicate and resonate. So what do we take from Airbnb? A few lessons. Hate doesn't equal failure. Internet critique, it could be loud, but it doesn't define your effectiveness. Number 2, function beats form. If your logo works in real context and connects, then you're winning. Strategy is greater than aesthetics. Stop obsessing over perfect shapes and symmetry. Design at its core is about communication. And number 4, embrace abstraction. Not everything has to be literal to be understood. Symbols can carry emotion. It could carry story and brand identity. Airbnb's logo proves that a logo could be hated. It could be weird, it could be meme-worthy, and still dominate globally. And as designers, that's actually the bold move that we should admire, even if we all simultaneously cringe at first glance. So next time that you see a logo that makes you cringe a little, stop and ask yourself, is it actually failing? Or is it just failing your personal taste test? Airbnb isn't pretty, it's weird. But it works, and sometimes that's all that really matters. But okay guys, I had to film this video again. I could not live with it looking like how it did. But that's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's much better than the first one, but that's all I have for you right now. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more just like this because I make videos every single week. And that's all I have for you right now. Bye!